welcome to IndiaGlitz.com. You're with me, Salil, and well, once again, we're back, and my God, Baghi's broken like a lot of records. I told you guys, there was a select kind of audience for this. It was like a Transformers game / Tekken / Street Fighter sort of work there. So these are my point of views. Like I said, you can always send me the messages. You know, I'm always there on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as Salil Acharya. It's all the same. So today, let's talk about a film that I ended up watching because 1920, a show got cancelled. Traffic, a show got cancelled. I finally got One Night Stand with Sunny Leone. So I went in there. There were 10 of us in there. I was still counting my fingers to say, my God, I hope it happens. But eventually it did. So it starts off, and what you want to see in the first 5 minutes does happen. The One Night Stand happens in the first 5 minutes of the film. But you know, the thing is, it's just too clean. You know, not a hair goes out of place. Looks like a lingerie ad, you know, where it's perfectly arched back, which is just out of frame, you know, with Tanuj, but in frame of the camera. So it's not real, and you know, I don't know what's the point of this. You know, it's like watching just nothing. Okay, when you talk about the story, there is no story, but there's this girl, Sunny Leone, and like Tamasha, remember? Yeah, okay, that's what it's like a little bit. They meet in Phuket. Urvil, event managing head of operations, as he's called in the film. That's Tanuj and Selena, Sunny Leone, meet. They have a one night stand. She leaves him and she goes. He gets obsessed by her. He's suddenly this rising blue-eyed boy, as his boss calls him. But things start to go south. He's married, and of course he's had a little bit of a romp outside. And she's also married because he happens to do an event for her husband. And he can't get over the fact that she's married and has a kid. Hello, buddy, you were married too. Okay. So there's that conflict that happens, and then he says, I want you. And then there's some random songs that come in there that she, first of all, has these random expressions, and then there's a random song when she's suddenly feeling sad. Why is she feeling sad? I don't know, but she is feeling sad. Because she doesn't feel for him. She feels for her kid and son. So it's just a very arbid story. So eventually, his wife leaves him, and she says, मैं कुछ भी करूँगी, लेकिन मैं तुम्हारे पास कभी नहीं आऊँगी. And then they just go and the movie finishes. So that's the story for One Night Stand. It's not even worth a minute stand. To be very honest with you, there was a bit of fatal attraction in there that, you know, possibly was being talked about, you know, where Glenn Close and Michael Douglas are getting it on together. But so when you talk about Sunny Leone, I keep thinking as to how she's getting cinema. Leela, I think I was one of the first reviews that give a 0 star to it. Okay, kuch locha hai, Masti Zade. Masti Zade, I think she's still a little better. This is just not working. This is not a hate story. You know, hate story, I think Zareen and Daisy Shah were far better. You know, yeah, Sunny Leone looks very cool and cute and all that, but the face doesn't move. It's like a face pack that cannot move. So you can't get an expression. Tanuj is not bad. He's a little raw. He's tall and he's handsome, but he's a little awkward, you know. He's got these reactions that just come in there. Ninad Kamath also in there as his best friend. Ninad is the god of voicing, but he just chooses to act sometimes, and that's there. But otherwise, I found nothing in the film to really interest me. And the best part is the last 10 seconds. It's almost setting up for a part 2. No! Jasmine, Moses, the director, there's no part 2 ever happening with this film. Because I don't see the occupancy of this rising. And they say that, you know, the distributors say that doing a Sunny Leone film is profitable before it begins. How and why, I do not know. I mean, why I know, okay. But it's not a porn film. If you were making a porn film, it would be profitable. But this isn't. Just by saying One Night Stand, you can't get the audiences in anymore. But, like I said, so I still got to give stars because it's part of my job. And I'm going to give 1 star to this film. And why am I giving a star? I have no idea. And of all the films, God chose me to watch One Night Stand. So I went to watch One Night Stand. But like I said, I'm going to try and keep a poker face and say 1 star. That's it. Remember to stay in touch. Like I said, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Salil Acharya, all 3 the same. Bye-bye.